Winchester XX Magnum buckshot loads, copper plated lead, 12 pellets per shell. Nice double-aught buck. Let's get this loaded up. Time to do some deer hunting. First day, Pennsylvania buck season. Ginormous buck, 70 yards away. I have a Mossberg 500 with a Carlson coyote choke. I really hope I can put a good shot on this. I've watched so many westerns looking at when shooting shotguns with buckshot. Any more than 10 yards away you're going to miss. So I'm just not going to be able to get closer to it. I'm going to have to take this shot. So let's take a shot at it. This deer's a monster. Let me take my ears off here. It's the beginning of May, and it really should be the season that you're out target practice. Maybe you got a new deer rifle for Christmas or the spring. Maybe your wife got you one for Valentine's Day. Now's the time to be out here. I mean, we all know everybody comes up and takes the few shots right before the season starts, but now's the time that you really have to be testing some things. We're just having a little bit of fun here. I have the Carlson's coyote choke on this Mossberg 500, and from what it said, it gives us devastating shots at 70 yards. We'll see if it's true or not. I just took a shot 70 yards, have a life-size deer target downrange, and as long as I held on it pretty good, we're going to go down and take a look. Then I'll take a shot at 60 and 50 and really see the range. As I was kind of saying in the beginning, the myth of the shotgun with buckshot, really all you do is see CTV. If you don't take the shots during the summer or whenever, you're not going to know. A little quick story right here. I was hunting in my home state. It's probably been 20 years ago now. All I had is a double barrel shotgun. It is shotgun only, my state. Had buckshot. About a 6-pointer came out, probably 45 yards. I didn't take the shot because I watched too many westerns. Love El Dorado, James Caan and his little sawed-off shotgun pistol. I think I watched that movie 57 times, and every time I see it doing the 12-foot pattern at about 5 yards. I think I had that in my mind. I let that deer walk because I wasn't confident that I wasn't going to wound the animal. If I would have spent 10 minutes out practicing, I most likely have a 6-pointer hanging on my wall right now. But let's walk down and see where these shots went. Well, here it is, 70 yards. There's 12 pellets in these Winchesters. 12 pellets. There are some holes. This is a fiberwood. This hole doesn't count. Over here. That's how this was held up. But I'm going to start marking what we got at 70. Let me grab one of these. Let's put some green dots at 70 yards. So we have, looks like we have one right here in the boiler room. Looks like a long shot. And again, double-aught buck, if I remember, is 33 caliber. 33 caliber here with a deer this big. I'm not confident in that. So, yeah, it would have been hit. It would have been wounded. Not sure if it would have made it through the other side. We also have one up here in the neck area. That could have done a little bit of damage. I don't think it would have hit the jugular. I think the jugulars are down in here a little bit more. Certainly would have done something, but tell you the truth, I think this is a wounded deer that I would have been chasing for a few miles and most likely gave up on, and it would have died probably a week later, suffering. So looks like we got here, and again, some of these bigger holes, this doesn't count. These couple down here don't count. So let's mark these off. Again, our green dot is our 70 yards. So the Carlson's choke tube, now I held that offhand. I didn't bench rest it. I don't tell you the truth. I really can't see how that's going to make that much of a difference. But let's put another one here. And I don't see any others. So let's move into 60 yards, take another shot, and let's see if we put another pattern. I have a feeling we're gonna have at least 4 on them with our 60 yards. So let's go back and do it again. Here we are at 60 yards, double-aught buck with the Winchester Magnums, 12 pellets per shell. They're lead, copper-plated lead shot. So let's take another one at 60 yards and see what we do. All right, let's take a walk. All right, so here we are at 60. I thought I was holding in this area right here, but it looks like my majority spread across over here. Now, I thought I was in a good spot. Maybe I yanked the trigger, but at 60, now of course, unfortunately, his deer, he got shot. Might have broken a leg, maybe spine, possibly. Here's the liver right here, so no liver, no lung, no heart. So let's put some more dots on him at 60. Move up to 50. We'll take one more, and maybe then we'll move back again. So let's put some orange dots. Yeah, I took some white dots and covered up some of the holes that are actually in the board that were for what was his original intended use, so we don't get confused. Let's do a final count here. I think that is it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of 12 on the target. If I had to, oh wait.
And one back there.
Here's one. That's there's 11. So actually probably one flyer somewhere. Now it could have been off here to the right, maybe underneath. Not quite sure. So let's move into about 50-ish. I'll try to hold as steady as I can right on here. I have a feeling 50 yards is probably what you want to do. So let's go back and take another shot. Now, let's take one more and see where we end up. Remember, the greens are 70, orange 60, and these lovely, we'll call them fuchsia, 50. So certainly have 3 nice misses there. Now I'm trying to hold this on this area right in here. This is where I'm aiming, right in here. I think I'll take another one, try to bench rest it from about 65 yards and see where we get from there. So we got right here, possible spine-ish here, a little bit of gut shot, starting to get into the chest area there, maybe a lung, and looks like a little bit of a neck shot. Maybe would have got lucky and hit the spine there. Oh, one. Look at this flyer way over here. So, again, that's the Mossberg 500. I think it's got about a 26-inch barrel. Got the Carlson's coyote choke tube on there, and let's see what we got. That's our 12. So all of them are on the board. Certainly looks like 4 off. So the 8 on the deer. Now, tell you the truth, if we would have got right in here, I'd have no problem shooting 50 yards. A guy that's been very lucky, doe season, a couple years, shooting a doe 50 yards, and these were massive sized does. These were 150, 160 pound does. So you know how big that is. And he got him at 50 yards with a shotgun. I know it was a pump. Not sure the brand. Is probably either Mossberg or Remington. But he was very successful at 50 yards, and humanely so. I think if you're using a shotgun at a deer, I would certainly not do any more than 50 yards. That little story I told you back there about the deer at 45, I should have taken the shot with that. Even I had a double barrel. If I would have had enough guts, I could have done both barrels at the same time too. So let's go back and let's take one from about 65 yards. Bench rested. Let's try to hit the chest area. This is probably about 65 yards or so. You know, I have a little bit of a iron fence post around our apple orchard, where I'm going to try to see if I can bench rest and see if maybe I get a little bit better pattern, since I wasn't moving around or not. So let's see if this works. He still blew up pretty far. Alright, there I was holding it from the rest. Let me see, I think I have the white dots. Let's use those for 65 yards. If I can get this open. And looks like only 2 on the body. So that's a little bit of surprising. I thought I had a pretty stable rest. There was no way that I was aiming way down this end. Absolutely, I was aiming way up in here. Now why these are going off to the right a little bit, again, I can't imagine this from me yanking the trigger and pulling it to the right like this that much. A little bit, sure, I admit that, but that much? I really don't think so. And if you take a look at it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 right over here. So let's just cover these guys back up again. We had some, they weren't even on target. So moral of the story, fellas, get out there, and if you're going to use a shotgun, there's a lot of areas in the United States that are shotgun only for deer. And again, this particular choke tube I was using really is the Carlson's coyote choke tube. They say it's for coyotes. You guys that got hogs, you could also use it for hogs. I think that would be pretty fun, because you certainly have your follow-up shots. We got a sort of a static target here that it's not going to move, but it could almost be like small game hunting, and you could at least maybe get a couple follow-up shots on it. So that's one of the things about shooting the shotgun, and a little bit more of a rabid bird type hunt. I think it would be kind of fun, as long as you were in a good range and you knew that you could put the animal down humanely. So that's really what it's about. So I'm going to move up, take a couple more fun shots. No more dots. Let me step out of the way, and again, our if I remember, green was 70, orange 60, pink or fuchsia 50, and those about 65 for those white dots on a rest, which again, a little bit surprising. Oh, and here's one I missed all the way over here of the of the 60 yards. So that really spread out a little bit surprising. I only have that Winchester ammo. I probably should have brought a couple different kinds to test out. Maybe the choke tube likes the Federals or a couple other brands. So, all right, let's take a couple more fun shots and wrap it up. All right, that was about 45, 30, and probably 25-ish or so, 20-ish. Getting a pretty tight spread in here. A little bit on the high side. Probably should have been keeping my aim down in here. Probably I might have been aim thinking more rifle and putting it up here, and then maybe going a little bit high. So I should have shot down in there, but. Pretty impressive as you started getting a little close. And again, stayed on that. There's a lot of thick spots. A lot of open fields, a lot of agriculture, a lot of long shots. Again, shotgun only. Those Hornady slugs. I know a guy personally saw him take a doe at 166 yards with 20 gauge Hornady. There's Hornady. I'll put a link up on what it is, or I'll put something up right here what it is. But the Hornady slugs really do a good job. But for those thick areas, I'd actually have no problem whatsoever taking a shot with the buckshot. I wouldn't go over 50, fellas, but if you're out there practicing, you'll know exactly what your limitations are. You may be able to make those 70 and 80, possibly. But get out there, practice, have some fun. It's White Rook 85 signing out from Camp Goat Time. I'll see you again. Time for an iced tea.